Can I ask you all a big favor? Can I ask you all a really big favor? If anyone said, hey, what'd you do this weekend? You're like, fucking poetry. I went and saw some fucking poetry. It was crazy. It was wild. Right? I can assure you, no other poetry festival had this much cursing in it. Especially last night. Last night was like mofo this, mofo that. It was crazy. Yeah. In church. Awkward. But hey, you know, we're here for words. And there are only some words that are truly inappropriate, and the rest are just timely, you know. But without any further ado, one of the finest human beings I know, one of the truest givers of poetry and joy, mirth, and all at about what, 5'1", right? So we
5'0".
5'0"? No way. 5'0". My sister Shannon's 4'11". Yeah. I'm used to, like, you know, not, which is rare for me. I'm only 5'5", you know. So, but you still tower over me, Arlene. You do, and I will always look up to you. Because I mean, and here's the thing. She got to pass on sort of the mantle of poet laureate to me. And I remember we sat down, we had lunch. It was the first time I think I ate with you. And I don't even remember where we went.
Japantown.
What was it?
Japantown.
Oh, we did go to Japantown. That's right, yeah.
Place to go.
Yeah, where else are we going to go? Yeah. She, there was this moment where I was like, I realized that she was really truly passing on like it felt like just an honor, you know. And it was like I didn't want to take it from you, you know. I was like, no, you should hold on to this a little longer, you know. But I've always, whenever I've described you to people who've never met you, the first thing I say is she's the mom of poetry in Santa Clara County.
Yeah.
I've said that many times. You know, I took that to certain people. I'll be like, auntie of poetry. You know? But it's absolutely true because you care about everybody, or you fake it really well. Like a mom, you know. Mom had 6 kids, she likes 4 of them, you know what I mean? But she loves them all, you know. But in all seriousness though, you've paved the way for a lot of people, a lot of young people, and I'm 48 years old, and I'm constantly learning from you, how to just be a good, respectable person in our community.
Yes.
Yeah. So let me lower this for you. No, it is with absolute pleasure and an honor to introduce everyone here. If you've not met her, you don't know, but you're about to know. And if you know, you know. Please welcome to the stage Arlene Biala.
Wow, Poetry San Jose. Big round of applause. Rob Pesich, Shop Campbell, David Daniel, This is like a huge deal for San Jose, and for bringing poets like RC and Bao Phi here to San Jose is huge. So we're blessed. You guys are in for a treat with Bao, I know, and RC. I don't know how the hell I'm supposed to follow that. Glarb. Got to name a poem after that. And thank you for acknowledging that we're on the unceded territory of the Muwekma people. I also always like to take it a step further and say I really encourage you to look into the land back and repatriation movements, because I think sometimes it's too easy to just say, yes, we're on unceded land, but yeah, okay, well, you guys want to have dinner, you know, and not try to look into it any further. I am I'm working on a new book, but I realize, I don't know if anyone else procrastinates as much as I do, but I'm not reading anything from it tonight because it's not ready. So I have other new shit, new stuff, sorry. But what I would love to do first, before I do that, I'd love to acknowledge my family members who are here around for the tonight side. Thanks for coming out and not just going straight to the band that's playing outside. I know you've been drinking. So. I'd like to call in a poet. Her name is Noor Hindi. She's a Palestinian poet. If you haven't heard of her, please check out her work. She's amazing. I know we all know what's going on these days, and it is nothing new. It's just televised more, and it's on TikTok and YouTube more. I really, again, want to appreciate Poetry Center San Jose for creating these spaces for us to come and get some laughter and levity and medicine so that we can refuel and continue the fight. This is a poem, short poem from Noor Hindi. The shell of a cactus fruit. Dear Kay, have you dreamed of pomegranates this week? You always talk of the pomegranate trees that reflected from your grandfather's eyes. If history is a woman with gentle hands pouring black tea, let there be sunlight, a soft chair, a young Palestinian boy entering his home for the first time. Let the woman be Jewish, and let there be nothing political about the way she yearns for her son's safety. About the years between 1948 and 1974, years your grandfather spent mourning the dirt in which he planted those pomegranate trees. In this version of history, there is some forgiveness. Come in. Come in, she beckons you. You enter, and everything will change. Noor Hindi. In my procrastination, if for Bao and RC especially, and for folks who haven't been up the coast lately, there are a ton of humpback whales up in Pacifica. And when I say a ton, I mean like for the past 2 months, it's been crazy. You can literally look out as soon as you get out of your car and walk on the beach, and you can see a line of spouts. I've been there a number of times the past couple months. My best friend Rose knows about this. We were there a couple weeks ago. I'm going to read this poem. It's called Upwelling. And upwelling is what kind of causes the humpbacks to appear, because the upwelling brings up the deep, deep water that's full of nutrients. It brings the anchovies, the bait balls, and the krill. And so the whales and sea otters and sharks, everybody's happy. The whales are almost gone now. After hundreds of sightings these past 2 months, easily 50 each day, I think today marks the first time I don't spot even one. Between the shore where I walk and the borderline of the horizon, there are hundreds of whitecaps. And I imagine at least one of them has got to be a spout, like the sigh of a solo traveler lingering at sunset. My dog Bo is comfortably dumb. He runs the mile stretch of beach from the pier to Maury Point, chasing gulls and barking at rocks shaped like rocks. He nips detached crab claws, sniffs the bloated carcass of a harbor seal. And today feels different. I don't constantly scan for tail slaps or a sudden lunge in the surf, or a magnificent breach in the distance. The locals here have identified a mother and her calf, often seen near the north end of the pier. Tail slapping repeatedly and side by side like synchronized swimmers, they dive while we watch the shimmering curves of their backs like they are calling us to prayer. It feels so empty now, the rave of anchovies, the mosh pit of pelicans and gulls, the surprise guest of the sea otter gliding the face of a wave. Sporadic shouts from humans, some armed with mega zoom lenses, all of us hunting for joy. I squint my eyes into the white cap's blur and close them at the upwelling. The deep surge of cold water shock until I hear a young girl's voice, until I hear her mother wailing, "Come back, come back." But the girl has grown silent and still. The waves have risen. Ungodly swells of martyrs carry her now. She will not sink. She will not drown. The wind burns my eyes. Yemaya sesu, asesu yemaya, yemaya sesu, asesu yemaya, yemaya olodo, olodo yemaya. Yemaya olodo, olodo Yemaya. Yemaya, I beg you, cradle her and all the children beyond sorrow, beyond time. Let them giggle and spit watermelon seeds at each other, or see who can spit them the furthest distance away. Let them joyfully battle at breakers' camp, head spin and windmill while their hands are still sticky with watermelon juice. Let them jump up to run home at the green flash of the sun on the sea, scattering and shouting to their mothers, "Yes, coming. We're almost there. We're almost home."